No haters today. No haters today. Oh, man, we're going to have a beautiful day today, boy. We're going to have a beautiful day today. Beautiful day today. No haters today, baby. Am I going to find my wife today? Let me see. Am I going to find my wife today? My two wives. Wait a minute. Let's do another. Yeah. Wait a minute. Do I need two wives? This for the queens. Do I need two wives? Y'all ready, ladies? Does the Prince of Pan-Africanism, Ifa Tunde Oguntade, does he need two wives? Do I need two? Do I need two? Yes, I do. I need two wives. There we go. There we go, ladies. So don't ask me no more questions about why I need two wives. Don't ask me no more questions about why I need two wives. Don't ask me no more questions. There you go. I need two wives. The answers came right there. I need two wives.
What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Jay. Welcome back to the Informant Media. Now, if you guys don't mind, like, subscribe. You know, I'm on my way to 500 subscribers. If you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, that'd be welcome. Now, I am working on this timeline. I don't know if I'm gonna add way more stuff to it, but I went back and, you know, some people being a wordsmith, okay, whatever. I switched up some words. You know, I put together this timeline because it actually goes into details about some of the scams that Umar Johnson ran. Besides there's the FDMG. As you notice, he started collecting money in 2010, brought the buildings in 2019, yada, yada, yada. The King Randall scam, I mentioned the shockumentary when he collected in 2018. Then he started back in 2023 collecting that shockumentary money again. You know, never produced any film in neither scenario. He just advertised it, never produced a film. But, you know, I pretty much put some stuff on here. If you guys see anything that's wrong with this, because somebody said they saw some wrong dates in here, and I'm like, I looked over the information. Information seems accurate to me, but, you know, let me know. So, you know, a little time now, if you guys want to freeze and look at it, you know, just some of the scams that he's been involved with. I'm considering adding on that Don scam just because he lost in court to Don. And technically he did scam Don because he had him working at FDMG for free, didn't pay him. Well, with all that being said, like, subscribe. Let's get into this content because Charlamagne the God has came out to the rescue for Umar Johnson. Now, we all know that Umar Johnson has been on the Breakfast Club way too many times. We do know that Charlamagne the God, them do not question anything. They had all these scammers on. Caesar Pena, you have Brother Polite. They had Jay Morrison on there. Now, I don't know how you guys feel about these other people, but like 19 Keys, that dude, his information is not all the way accurate. He's more into theory than he is into actuality and all that stuff. But the list goes on. And we all know that Caesar Pena is right now in federal court. He was a friend of DJ Envy. DJ Envy said he had nothing to do with it, but we know that the Breakfast Club has a long history of, you know, inviting scammers on, and they don't vet these people. Umar Johnson is another one. Now, as you guys can see, this is an interview that Umar Johnson was with Charlamagne the God. Now, I'm gonna get into that Charlamagne the God trying to, you know, defend Umar Johnson, but this interview is very specific. Why I chose this one because in this interview was when was the interview? So this interview was December 9th, 2022. Now, this interview it stretches for a long time. It's actually over an hour and 3 minutes. It's an hour and 3 minutes, not over, but it's an hour and 3 minutes. Do you guys know that they only talked about that school for like 5 minutes, maybe not even 5 minutes, 4 minutes? They just took his word for it. And he said one thing that was very specific. And I'm going to play that for you guys right now. That Umar Johnson said that, you know, the white people got us to the finish line, that he was done with the school on December 9th, 2022. Umar Johnson on the Breakfast Club announced that he was done with the school. Now, how are we in 2025 where Charlamagne the God is talking about he's doing everything for the school? Charlamagne the God actually knows that this is a scam. He hasn't seen no students up there. He hasn't seen anything up there but Umar Johnson sitting on that porch. Umar Johnson going into that same one hallway where he painted. Umar Johnson, you know, with the rental car, standing in front of the school, yelling, doing all this nonsense. This goes into the whole thing that this, you know, I made a donkey of the day because Charlamagne the God, he deserves donkey of the day. He wants to talk about everybody else scamming. He wants to talk about everybody else robbing and everything else like that. But yet he sits on this platform, and I'm not trying to throw him under the bus, but at some point you have to throw him under the bus because he's sitting on this platform, invites scammers up there. Umar Johnson has collected millions of dollars, and Charlamagne the God, just like with DJ Envy and Caesar Pena, they said we shouldn't be held accountable because we're not the one that's actually taking the money. But you expose these people to a wide audience, an audience that they wouldn't even be available to get by putting them on your platform. Umar Johnson, deadbeat dad, scamming people out of millions of dollars. He's embezzling this money. A lot of people talking about he's a bad business owner. No, he's not a bad business owner. There's a difference between a bad business owner and somebody who's embezzling the money. Somebody who's embezzling the money has no intentions on helping the business go forward. He's taking the money, he's running off, spending it on himself. That's like me working at a cash register and taking the money and putting it in my pocket. That's not a bad business move. That's just theft. So people are trying to split the lines, but this is embezzlement, not bad business. This is what Umar Johnson's been doing. All that money, he should have some money left over from what he got the donations and all that stuff. But nobody knows where this money goes because he don't want to be transparent with anybody. There's no transparency. There's none of that. So let's listen to Umar Johnson, and he tells them that the school is done.
Everybody, it's DJ Envy, CharlamagneTha. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
King Kong Consciousness is back.
Dr. Umar Johnson, welcome.
Peace and Pan-Africanism. Brothers, glad to be back.
And first things first, man, congrats on the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. I've been paying attention. I see that you got the building.
Yes, sir.
You've been doing renovations on the building. I saw you put the HVAC in, all kind of other stuff.
We're just about done. Electric is awaiting a permit. HVAC is awaiting controls. They're actually at the school right now. Plumbing is just about done. They got one more piece. Fire alarm is done. They got to check one more piece to that. The monitoring system is done. I'm hoping by the end of the calendar year, we can get our inspection and have a grand opening in February, hopefully.
And you waiting on, you got to get accreditation too? Or?
Nah, well, your accreditation comes from the state.
Gotcha.
So it's the state that gives you the license to operate.
Mm-hmm.
If you want accreditation beyond that, you can seek out professional accreditation bureaus, but that's not legally required.
Man, why don't you talk about that more, Dr. Umar, especially being that they tried to clown you for so long about, not
I
having
don't
the
mind
school.
that because if you know that your mission is genuine, it's no need to respond to the negativity because at some day, the fruit of your works will manifest.
Ooh.
You follow?
Yeah,
so my thing is, why argue when you know one day they're going to see the school? So what's been going on the past 3.5 years? Getting contractors who you can trust to help you with it. And contractors were not kind to us, man. They ripped us off. They scammed us. They stole out the building. The con is real. The con and contractor
I've been dealing with it for the last 5 years.
It's very real, brother.
Absolutely.
And then finally, we had our second FDMG festival this past September the 10th. And I said, you know what? We may have to step outside the African-American community to get this done because we've been waiting 3 years for our people to help us. Not for free.
Mm-hmm.
We could afford to pay them, but they wasn't being honest with us and straight up. And of course, we know that's not all of our contractors. We want to be clear. We've met a lot of decent contractors along the way, but the ones who we had to use because they was licensed and certified where we are, they didn't really do us right. So I said, let's go with some white folks. And guess what? Here we are 90 days later. And the white contractors have gotten us to the finish line in 3 months versus 3 years waiting on our own people.
So what does that say?
It says that we need the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy.
Right.
It says that black boys have to be raised and trained in how to be black men and how to be committed to the black community.
Now, one more evidence do Charlamagne the God needs. He was sitting up there in 2022 giving you an opening date. He's sitting in there December 2022, give you an open date of February 2023. He said that everything was at the finish line. Charlamagne the God, why didn't you further investigate? Now we're in 2025 and you're out here defending him as he's like one of the good students at Hogwarts, that Harry Potter stuff. Like you guys are out here defending the black community. Like you guys are out here standing on business for us. That you guys are, putting all the spells together. We struggling out here and we just need you guys to come through on a broom where you guys can, come through and save us, man. The students of FDMG, the students of Hogwarts, the whole Harry Potter little thing. But I mean, Charlamagne the God sat up there, pretty much defended Umar Johnson, didn't really question the school. They talked about the school for 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes. Then at the 4 minute, it was like 4 minutes and 28-second mark. Umar Johnson he's smiling while he's talking, as if he was freaking, I guess, making fun of people while he was saying, yeah, I'm finished with school, you idiots. That's what it came out to me as. Now I'm looking at this guy, and I'm thinking this is straight up embezzlement. I mean, just think about Umar Johnson. Umar Johnson has child support. He's always in rental cars. He's always in hotels, motels, paying for these women to eat, as Siobhan told us, Miss Lene. He's always eating himself, his eating habit. He's always, another thing, he's always in Ubers. He be Ubering sometimes when he go get on his flights. And he's always on these African trips. He's always going city to city, town to town. So how is Umar Johnson, an unemployed person, able to afford all this? Clearly by embezzling the money. So Charlamagne the God, he's up there, he has that Donkey of the Day segment. While he's up there sitting, interviewing all these donkeys that come in here just scamming the community, he's pretty much giving people a clear lane where they can come in and scam any community they want to. But my whole focus, right here, is on the black community. Charlamagne the God is enabling Umar Johnson to come through and pretty much scam the black community. He's going to have the black community looking like Gotham City. These two clowns are going to be out here pretty much destroying the black community, wreaking havoc. And everybody's looking around like, oh, man, what happened? What happened? What happened? Look at the people on screen. These two right here are wreaking havoc on the black community like freaking Joker in Gotham City. And these guys aren't helping. Charlamagne the God, he should have known that this guy was scamming. Charlamagne the God has a team. He has many platforms. He's always trying to jump into politics. He's always trying to talk about sports. He's always trying to talk about what we need to be doing. You telling me you have people just doing a simple investigation on Umar Johnson? You can't go to his tax paperwork and see that he's the only board member. He's in control of the money. So if anything need to be answered, he should be talking to Umar Johnson. He should send somebody to go talk to Umar Johnson. He don't have to do it himself. They can send him a report. Oh man, this guy's fake. There's no way that all this evidence is out there, and Charlamagne the God is out here pretending that he's blind to the fact he's a whole Ray Charles. Same thing that Caesar Pena and DJ Envy was doing. Caesar Pena was doing a crime. DJ Envy had nothing to say. Caesar Pena get caught. See, all of a sudden, DJ Envy's out here. Oh, I don't know what's going on, man. I'm just as confused as you. No, you weren't as confused. As long as you got yours, you made out like a bandit. These guys are out here, man. They're just they're wreaking havoc, man. This is like Gotham City. And the Breakfast Club is being engineered to pretty much just invite scammers on and help these scammers promote their scam. Umar Johnson is a scammer, man. Like, and if he does go back to the Breakfast Club, if this donkey does end up on the Breakfast Club, I mean, are they going to ask him any hard questions? Are they going to ask him like, what's going on with the school? Can you show us financial transparency? Huh? No, they're probably going to get up there and he's going to start talking about snow bunnies. He's going to start talking about what you should be doing with your kid. He's going to be talking about his little book, The Black Parents Advocate. Oh, these two are the Gotham City jokers. They're just wreaking havoc everywhere they go. We need a Batman to come through and stop these mofos because these two are just wreaking havoc. They're literally like the Joker right now, man. They're just up there, and you got Charlamagne the God, give him the assist. Umar Johnson with the Cash App open, with the PayPal open. Give me money, give me money, give me money. No proof whatsoever. He just goes up there and says stuff. He said a black accountant robbed him. He said black contractors robbed him. Can he name any of those? Or are those just a figment of his imagination? This is imagination land when it comes to Umar Johnson. Everything that he says is going on at that school, we cannot believe. Everything that he said that was done at that school back in 2022, early December, how are we going to believe that when we're in 2025 and this school still ain't open? What in the heck is going on? Charlamagne the God, you should feel a damn shame of yourself. You up there calling people donkey of the day all the goddamn time. You want to call somebody donkey of the day for stealing, donkey of the day for robbing, donkey of the day for fighting, donkey of the day for getting caught with weed in their car, donkey of the day for, I don't know, somebody sleeping with their cousin, I don't know, all this stuff. But yeah, you should earn donkey of the day because you're just out here assisting all these scammers. You're out here just, I mean, Charlamagne the God, he must really want to cause havoc and just create a bunch of Gotham cities with Jay Morrison, with Umar Johnson, with all these people. He just want to create a bunch of Gotham cities around the United States of America because why would he be up here assisting all these scammers? Why would he be up here not doing a background check on any of these people? He just saying, oh yeah, come up here, man. Yeah. Let me put your Cash App up there, put your PayPal. We're going to get all these people to give you money, man. That way you can just run off with the plug. Man, I swear, if there's a federal investigation, the Breakfast Club need to have one of their freaking hosts up there. That way they can testify why they just let them come up there and wreak havoc. Because this right here is just Gotham City. It give me Gotham City vibes. This is ridiculous right here. That these guys are just up there causing all type of havoc financially on the people. And then they're going to come, then they're going to turn around and talk about, black people are poor. Well, hell, Charlamagne, you helping them stay poor. You going out your way. It's your fault. I'm not going to, sometimes you can't even blame Umar Johnson for what he does. Umar Johnson, to me, he comes off as a child sometimes with all this crap that he does. Charlamagne the God, the guy that wants to be in politics, he want to be in finance, he want to be in all this other stuff. But yeah, he doesn't have a team around him that's smart enough to screw in a light bulb without being supervised. Get the heck out of here, man. Sometimes you can't even blame Umar Johnson. Sometimes you just can't blame him. You got to look at the people around him. Charlamagne the God is out here providing cover for this guy just to go crazy. He's providing cover. Wasn't he out here defending Brother Polite before Brother Polite got caught at that hotel with that minor? Huh? This is ridiculous. So anyway, let's get into Charlamagne the God. I'm going to end the video right here. Let's get into Charlamagne the God defending Umar Johnson. This is kind of ridiculous, man. Charlamagne the God, you should feel ashamed of yourself. This is why I'm giving you Donkey of the Day.
Cell number 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. I've never asked the people for $1. I have never asked the people for $1 in my life. I have never asked the people for $1 in my life. I've only asked you to donate to the FDMG Academy for Boys. I don't have any sons. I have 2 daughters. So the FDMG campaign is a selfless project, mission, and service to provide our boys with the education that they deserve. But right now, I don't have any money because my account was frozen by my bank because someone has been trying to hack into my account, hack into FDMG Academy account. So the FDMG Academy account is frozen. My personal account is also frozen. That means we're going to lapse on our utility bills. We're going to lapse on our internet bill. We're going to lapse on a lot of our bills at FDMG. The bank is not giving me a timeline as to when the situation is going to be resolved.
Let me tell you something. That video right there should prove to people that Dr. Umar is exactly who he's always claimed to be. because Dr. Umar has never asked anybody for a personal dollar. People always think that when he's asking for donations, he's doing it for selfish reasons, but the school is in Delaware. Like, we can't sit here and act like that school is not in Delaware. We can't sit here and act like, he hasn't shown us all the renovations he's done on the school. I think,
So what's that have to do with his personal finances?
He said they froze his account.
What's that got to do with the school?
He says that he's paying all those bills through his personal account.
Well, that's not how you run a school.
Oh, Chris, don't, you're asking too many, your Adderall's kicking in. You're asking real questions.
So maybe that's,
I believe him.
So maybe that's the thing. Maybe Dr. Umar just hasn't been up on his business the way he should have been all of these years.
I think that could be
I just don't think Dr. Umar would get out there and personally ask for money if he was using that money for personal reasons. If he was using the money he was getting for schools for personal reasons, even if his account was frozen, he wouldn't get online and expose himself like this.